There are tons of photo booth software options out there. Some are great at one thing. It might be 360, it might be the DSLR pictures, it might be just printing, but very few can do it all. And that's where Touchpix comes in. Whether you're running a 360, the DSLR photo booth, a GoPro, an iPhone, a webcam, or even using like AI filters, Touchpix has made a name for itself as one of the most creative and versatile photo booth softwares in the game. And since this channel is all about helping you satisfy your clients and grow your business, today I'm going to show you exactly how to get started Touchpix and give you some pro tricks to push your creativity to the next level. If you're new here, my name is Bill. I spent over 5 years in the luxury photo booth industry, and my goal is pretty simple: give you unbiased strategies that saves you time and money. So stay with me to the end. I've got some tips that most beginners completely miss. Here is how Touchpix works in a nutshell. Everything starts on your computer. You set up the event online, and then you simply scan a QR code to activate that event on the device you use on site. Whether it's an iPhone, a GoPro, or a DSLR. You want to go to touchpix.com and you go to your account, and normally you go to events. Once you go to events, you go to create new event, and I like new custom event. Now you can just say test photo booth YouTube. If it's a wedding, just be precise, like first name of the groom and bride and the date, so you just don't forget which wedding you are attending. Yeah, event description is not that important. The country, the US, you want to choose the country. Account protection mode disabled is fine. Start and end time, I don't need that. I agree to the privacy policy, and I can create my event. Once I get to this page, which is obviously one of the most important page, I want to set up everything clean, nice and clean. So session, the countdown video, 4 seconds, countdown pictures. All right, keep in mind that we are doing a photo booth event right now, so anything about video, we're just gonna deselect it. Sharing, early sharing, editing, thanks, props. Okay, I'm not touching any of that. The camera is definitely gonna be a DSLR, and when it's a DSLR, you want to choose it when you activate your event on the device you are working with, in other words, on your photo booth. Okay, trigger session, motion trigger, we don't need it because it's not a 360. 360, start, offset, all of these we won't need it. UI customization, we're not gonna use them, it's not important for now. For photo functions, enable photo, you want to do it. If you want to do AI, you want to activate this one also. Photo effects, you can use photo effects if you want to. I'm not gonna do it today. Photo AI, it works with kind of credits, so every time you pull up an AI picture, you actually use some of your credit. Yeah, photo overlays, absolutely crucial. So you go to designer, and if you already did like an overlay, you can just upload it. If you didn't, you can just do it. Let me just go to photo. As you can see, there's a lot of different formats. You got the 4x6, the 3.5x5, you got 5x7, 6x8. You got pretty much like every other type that we are using in the photo booth industry. I'm just looking around to see if I find something that I might like. As of now, I'm not seeing anything interesting for me. I might select this model, the strips. Yeah, I might select that one. As you can see, it will just repeat like photo A on both sides, photo B on both sides, photo C on both sides. And actually, yeah, you can move it the way you want, so you can get precise with it. My advice for you is just like to upload your custom template and just like add your different layers. Yeah, because if I just, I can delete, yeah, if I delete all of these, I can just go ahead and add my own overlay, which obviously might be better because you will definitely be more precise about what you want. Let me delete it and go over there. You see like user stickers, overlay, custom templates. If I hit the custom templates, this is all about like the photo booth pictures. So your overlay, you want to add it right there. So if I click overlays, an old event, and it is like kind of uploading into Touchpix. So it's a 4x6 template, so normally it will fit perfectly here. Now you can see my overlays right there. What I can do is go right there and on custom templates, just add like a vertical picture, which will actually be the picture that you are going to take with your photo booth. Right now I got photo A. I can make photo A bigger to perfectly fit my screen. And that's exactly what you want to do. So I'm just trying to, actually be very good if Touchpix had like just the way to type in the exact size that you need, because I'm just guessing and part of my design is going to be out of the picture, and that I don't like. So let's say this is photo A. Okay, I can just like maybe move my overlay to front. Then I would just select my photo A, bring it up front, and then go ahead and select my design and put it right where it was. Once I'm satisfied with what I have, I will just go ahead and normally add it to the event. So I will just click on add to the event. I will just choose photo, and normally it's loading and it will let me know when it is done. Whenever it's done, it will let me know. Okay, so it says the model added to the event, so I can just quietly get back into Touchpix. So I would choose like just to get back into Touchpix, and normally my event is right there. All I have to do now is like click on this QR code and go ahead and just scan it with my photo booth. So what I recommend you is just take a picture with your phone, a picture of this QR code, and you're just gonna scan it on your photo booth, or you can just make a screenshot and send it to you via WhatsApp or email or anything just to get it to your phone. Yeah, a cool feature will also be being able to just browse into your gallery and find that QR code and just scan it without having to have another device that you are going to use just to scan on your photo booth. That can be next level. So Touchpix, if you're watching this video, make it happen if it's not already the case, because I might be missing something, I don't know. Okay, so this is the computer part. Now if we go to the photo booth, this is how it works. Real quick guys, before I get to some of the best tips and tricks, I just wanted to let you know that I offer one-on-one coaching calls with a full money back guarantee. If I cannot solve your problem, you get your money back. And don't forget to check out our shop at bootcorner.com. Here you will find contracts, printer stand, and my very own photo booth, Star Booth, which I absolutely love, and so many more resources to help you run a profitable photo booth business. Also, 97% of people watching are not subscribers. Why? Hit that subscribe button right now and join this amazing and growing community. I also send out a bi-weekly newsletter with advanced strategies you won't see on YouTube. And I just launched a Facebook group for photo booth owners who wants to grow faster together. Links are down there in the description. Okay guys, here we are on my beautiful photo booth, and I'm just gonna click on Touchpix and I'll get right there. You got two options, photo booth and 360 spinner. We definitely gonna use photo booth because that's what we did on the computer. So right now it's downloading the settings, as you can see, and welcome to demo event. Experience and explore. Okay, understood. I don't know why they put me on demo event since I have a subscription, so I will just go ahead and exit test event. And actually that's on me, because what I was looking to do is to do what you want to do is activate event here. And now you have three options: activate event, sharing station, and test event. Activate event is what we want because that's what we want to do. Sharing is like when you want to just like for the guests to go watch the pictures or the videos on another device, usually an iPad. You can set that one up. But what we are going to do right now on this photo booth, as you can see, is take pictures. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click activate event. And as I was previously saying, they already had like the option to load from gallery, which is good, but I actually got the picture on my phone. So let me just show you. Like this is the picture I got on my phone. So what I'm going to do is, you see this little camera right there. I want to turn it like to have like the the face camera, and just put my phone right there to activate the event. My image quality must be bad, so maybe I would just airdrop the image to my iPad and try to load from gallery. This is it guys, you can see like live what is going on, what is happening, and that's definitely something you want to learn from. So let me just go ahead and send it to my iPad via AirDrop. So the picture is right there. I can just go ahead and go back and load from gallery and see how this thing reacts. Is this one? So it's downloading the settings, my filter, my effects, everything before you can launch the event. Okay, so normally what you want to do is like remove all these features since you are not going to use them. I'm talking about these features like slow-mo, GIF, video, boomerang. What I want to do when I'm just doing pictures is I remove all of these so I can just keep this one. So normally you can remove it right there. General, let's just see. I'm just like you guys, like I've not been using Touchpix for like a long time, but I just love like trying new stuff and just seeing like what is going on. So yeah, as you can see, we got the session right there. The ISO is a little bit high, so you don't really see well. I'm gonna bring my ISO down to like 100. Yeah, so what I did is like I went to like the settings right there, and I went to the video functions right there. And since we are not going to use anything video related, I can just go ahead and unselect all of these: video, slow-mo, boomerang, animated GIF. And normally I feel like it's gonna remove that from our screen. And this is it, guys. I haven't been using Touchpix for a long time, but it's all about logic, man. This thing is super user friendly, so you definitely can find stuff very easily. And your gallery must be right there as soon as you start taking pictures. So right now we are on photo. As I told you, we are going to use a DSLR camera. What you want to do first is like remove, let me just bring my ISO up. You can see right now what's going on. 400 might be good. That's too high. Yeah, so what I want to do right now, since I'm going to use the camera, is just remove the cap on my camera. My camera is not really good placed right now, but it doesn't matter. I just want to show you quickly, guys, how to set this thing up. So about the essentials of the camera, so what I was saying is like when you go to camera, you will see that you have the option of front, back, and GoPro, and DSLR. DSLR is already selected, but to connect it is really easy. Like you just have to turn on your camera. They say USB. Normally it's right there. I don't think my camera is on, but I'm definitely gonna turn it on, and normally it's just gonna connect like right after. Okay, so now I turn my camera on. This thing is searching for cameras. Normally it's going to see my camera. If not, I must have a problem, so I will need to fix that issue. Go ahead and make sure my connections are good out there. It was never gonna work because my camera is not connected to my iPad, so I need to go ahead and connect it via USB-C cable. And now that you see this little icon, no, you can't see, but obviously you have the video about how to connect the camera to the iPad. If you do that, you won't have this issue that I just have right now because I didn't connect stuff. Right now we should be good to go. So as you can see, I didn't connect my iPad to the camera via USB-C, and right now you can say it's connected. So far so good. Everything is good now. I just need to take like a quick test picture and we'll be good to go. I'm just gonna turn on my flash to have like a good quality. You know what's up over there, we all about quality, so I'm not gonna make a test picture and it will look bad. That's not a good look for, obviously, for my company and for what I'm trying to show you guys. So I took a quick picture. It looks like this. I didn't even flip the screen, but you can see like what I was trying to do. Like, let me just show you the process so you just see. Yeah, so if I click take a picture, like you can see like the screen is inverted. It's like it's dark, and when I'm done, it's just gonna make it look absolutely nice. But we need to first fix the darkness that we have like on the live view, and second, I will need to flip my screen. So let's go ahead and delete this and find a way to do it in the software. I never did it, guys. Like I never used the Photobooth on Touchpix, but I'm pretty sure that everything is doable since you just like understand how things are working. That's what I do. Like I'm not scared of any software. I work on every other software depending on my needs. So I'm gonna go to camera, and if I go like there, yeah, you see I found it. Like you see that rotate photo portrait is unselected, so I just need to go ahead and just activate that option. Normally it's gonna be good. Now the live view is on, because this is the live view. As you can see, it is on, but it's dark. Okay, so they say you can also rotate the live view. I'll just go ahead and rotate the live view and rotate the video to portrait, and then I will see what's going on. and I will adjust based on that. So now the final result, let's just see if it will thought okay, now it's good, but it's still a little bit dark. So I will see if I can make it brighter, but you can definitely see the quality is good. I can do a lot better, but this is not the topic of the video of today. I'm just showing you how this works. And obviously you have like all the sharing options. You got the email, SMS, QR code, WhatsApp, AirDrop, General. All of these you can have it set up when you are on the computer. I just forgot to show you guys, but if something is not useful to you, you can just remove it. Actually, to me, if I go back right there, what I can just keep activated is like the email, the SMS, the QR, the AirDrop. Like WhatsApp in general, I will be tempted to just like remove it because I'm not gonna use it that much. If you got AirDrop and QR code, you're pretty much all set. And if you got the email and the SMS, you are very good. So this is it for just like how to set up like a photo booth on the actual photo booth. Now, if you go back to your computer, back to the event page, you will see there's an option to share your online gallery. What I was doing back in the days is I was transforming that link into a QR code and I printed it and brought them at events in a nice shell for people to be able to scan and look for their videos online. This is great because it allows people to get the videos without you physically sharing it with them. But the bottom line is, one, everyone can see everyone's video, and two, you will need a good network to perform that action. Because remember, the video has to be uploaded on Touchpix servers first for them to be available to download. Trick number two, do not forget to close your event when everything is done. You sure that you have no pictures or no video to take anymore. I don't recommend closing your events at location. You want to do it at home to make sure every single file has been uploaded into Touchpix servers before you hit that close event button. Once it's done, you can head to touchpix.com, go to events and delete some of the bad pictures you took before you can share the final link full of beautiful pictures and videos to your client. Trick number three, you don't have to set up the event solely on your computer now. Touchpix also gives you the option to do everything from your iPhone or iPad, which is great, especially if you get in trouble at an event and forgot to bring your computer with you. It happened to me, and trust me, that shit is stressful. Kudos to Touchpix for always improving their product. Matter of fact, I will share a link for you to get the Touchpix membership at a discounted price. Yep, I always got your back. This was the video, guys, and now that you know the basics, we can move to more advanced stuff. The holiday season is right there. This is the best time to get your Starboot photo booth at bootcorner.com, and let me get you ready in less than 30 days so you can pay off your entire investment by the end of this year. If you made it to the end, please let me know from where you guys are watching and give me a follow right now. This channel will be big and it takes all of us to get there.